checking out this video. Don't forget, like and subscribe. We had another, we got to talk about this. This actually was a bigger story. In a move that's been expected for quite some time, Warner Brothers has officially put itself up for sale. WBD, obviously the primary media partner of AEW. They are doing, quote, a review of strategic alternatives to maximize shareholder value, which is another way of saying they are looking to be sold. Previously announced June 2025 plans to split up their various broadcast entities and other properties into two separate publicly traded companies by mid-2026. Still ongoing as the potential sales process proceeds. AEW is in year one of their current WBD TV contract, which runs through 2027. There is an option for 2028, but it is an option. So they had unsolicited interest from multiple companies, it says. One of those, Paramount Skydance, although WWE turned down, quote, a lowball offer. And as of January, Paramount Skydance will be partners in a 7-year UFC media rights deal. So
I guess the real question is, and that'll be important, is whether there is an exit clause in their contract. Because don't most television shows are subject to cancellation? So it's not like they have to keep them for 5 years? I don't know.
Well, it would be another year and a half, actually, because 2027 is the end of the actual contract. And
well, yes, but don't most television contracts have an out for the network to be that they can cancel shows?
Well, they can cancel a show at any time. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, you can cancel a show. I mean, everyone's asking what this means, and the answer is we don't know. We don't know anything. But, you know, there's a reality here, which is everyone that says you don't need to care about ratings, I hate to break this to you, but actually you do. Because a quick reminder of what happened with WCW is they were sold to AOL Time Warner. And no matter what you hear from your Eric Bischoffs and your Kevin Nashes and whoever, the fact of the matter is the reason they got canceled is because they were dying. And they were a money pit, and they weren't particularly doing all that well. If there had been that merger in 98, for example, it doesn't matter how much Jamie Kellner hates pro wrestling. They ain't canceling.
That show was hot.
Incredibly hot program. But when you do a merger and the guy in charge doesn't like wrestling, and then he looks at the wrestling, and he finds out the thing's losing $62 million, it's not a difficult decision. So the point is, if AEW can manage to stay in the top 5 on cable, and, you know, they're doing very, very well when this sale goes through or when 2027 comes along and the deal's up, I think they're fine. But the problem is, if the show is not doing well and WBD sells and whoever buys looks at how the show is doing and they're like, this show, I mean, it's too expensive based on how it's doing, and it's done. They're going to need to find a home elsewhere. So this is why these numbers are very important. I know people hate talking about them. And, you know, here's the thing. If you don't like ratings, there is no use talking about Netflix right now. There's no use talking about most of these deals because WWE is they're not going anywhere. They've signed long-term deals. How they do on Netflix next week doesn't matter. But it does matter for AEW because it's the end of 2025. They've got a year and 3 months left on this deal. So if things go south in the next year and 3 months, that ain't good. That's the story.
And it's important. Top 3, top 5 is more important than the actual viewer numbership.
Yes.
Being a successful show is the key.
That's what a lot of people don't understand when they go, it's not doing $1 million. Well, you know what? How much is doing $1 million right now? So if TBS and TNT have their list of top 50 shows and AEW is regularly at the top, everything's fine. Because you know what? If AEW does 100,000 viewers and everything else on the list is 50,000, they're fine. It's a comparison for how they're doing for the network. If the network's happy, if they're doing great for the network, awesome. If they're not awesome. So it feels like a race because right now, most of wrestling, WWE and AEW, are being affected by the new, the big data plus panel.
Nielsen.
So, like, they got to get all that figured out within the next, like, as quickly as possible so we can have some impressive numbers. So when the time comes, and honestly, you know, with this sale here, these sales don't take place in a weekend. I mean, I'm not even sure this sale would go through before that deal's even up. So there's a lot to process here. But if anybody tries to tell you that this is good or bad for AEW, don't listen to them because we don't know if it is or not. We have no idea. So that's the update on WBD. Hey guys, did you love this clip? If so, you should join our channel. Just hit the join button and you'll have full access to every single show that we do. Wrestling Observer Live, Wrestling Observer Radio, The Bryan and Vinny Show, all of them in full HD, full length, plus archives of all of your favorite shows. Click join today and don't miss out.